Change of call, but no change in the ferocity of the action. The Open Tigers men's take on Football Western Australia. As captain Scott Rogan was dispossessed, and there was a shot fired towards goal by Justin Tang. My name's Adam Palombi. Welcome to Court 8 and welcome to today's action, the extension of it here in the Men's Open. Open Tigers, Western Australia. Lots of Australian futsal royalty currently on court. So we might run through the current on-court lineup for Fitzroy. Aaron New, the goalkeeper. Harry Robotis is playing pivot. He has Malcolm Ewan and Cosi Russo on the flanks with Scott Rogan as the centre player. Not just captain of Fitzroy, but Futsalroo out of Scott Rogan. They nickname him the Flash because he's so quick. Comes together with Luke Ross. Of course, they are no strangers to each other. Jimmy Soufis and Gabriel Zabas with quite the team at their arsenal, all ready to come on court whenever they seem to please. Gerard Epimasino makes his way to court. Christopher Rocci joins the likes of Tyler Garner, Luke Ross, and Connor Cruz all on court for WA. As Nepomuceno utilises Scott Rogan. Rocci just getting himself in the way. Corey Swill, of course, another futsal ruin. The Tigers' arsenal on court also. And there is such a plethora of talent all waiting to enter court for the Tigers. Of course, Football Western Australia, no slouches in their own right. Sewell, bit of a push. Enough for the official on the far side to call it. It was Connor Cruz who draws the free kick opportunity. Cruz. Alessandro Di Andrade Basto. What a last name that is, on court also. And Rocci, pedestrian. Back with the Tigers in white. Nice pass for Cosi Russo. There's Rogan trying to get around Tyler Garner. Russo for Scott Rogan. Flash's touch too heavy. Out of play, the ball rolls. Garner. Di Andrade Basto. Cruz, lateral pass back to Basto. Rocci, lovely touch. Can he keep his feet? Oh, and the big tall pivot of Christopher Rocci. Once he turned away from his marker, was staring down Aaron New, and ultimately could not put the chance beyond him. Corey Sewell with Rogan. Lovely touch from Corey Sewell. Arturo Diaz just got a bit caught on it, really. Great move and combination between Corey Sewell and Scott Rogan. No strangers to each other, especially on a futsal court. Swall, that touch too strong for Lachlan Ryan. Of course, Ryan has that broadness about his game. Had to be quite the individual battle between defender and pivot of the number 10 and number 11 respectively. Buster. Here's Ryan. Really was running out of court and draws a corner. Stuart Kerr with his first involvement. Curly mullet, white indoor boots firmly on. Can he find a first touch of full fruition? Tried to roll it in towards him. Bit of a slip there from Tyler Garner, but keeps it alive. Kerr. Any relation to Sam, we wonder. The esteemed Matilda, an Australian sports icon. Buster gets it back from Kerr. Chip all over the top. It looked initially okay for Ryan. Diaz defensively sound. Corey Swall. Nepomuceno, the man from Curacao, stepping around Javon Nepomuceno. And Nicholas Kirby, the goalkeeper, thrown into action. Diaz. It'll bounce towards Swall, who let it roll out of play. Fernandez on court now for fifth for the Tigers. The ball has completely, I'm sure you might have heard that on the microphone, hit both the cameraman and myself on commentary, so you've got to be careful exactly where you call from. Michael Newen. Combining with Diaz. Central for Fernandez. Tried to go around the world. Stuart Kerr. Looks it wide. Buster. Cross court. Newen in the way, but not over his own feet. Tang. Measured for Ryan. He couldn't keep his feet. It's still there, though, for Western Australia, who take the chance with Stuart Kerr. They all get around the number 3. It was kept alive by Lachlan Ryan, who was working out of a phone box in all reality, and there to finish with composure was Stuart Kerr, who places it right beyond the esteemed goalkeeper of Aaron Yu. And it's first blood. The men from the West. Well, we might have touched on Sam Kerr. Stuart Kerr really possesses the finishing acumen of his, well, shared last name. It must simply be a Kerr thing. As Cosimo Russo works very far back, cut off by Garnham. Lateral for Justin Tang is out of court. Couldn't exactly wheel around the big tall mountain of Corey Swall. Swall can't go around Tang. Snapshot effort from Garnham. Stings the palms of Aaron Yu. Amar Jahel takes the place of Alessandro Di Andrade Basto. Newen and his counterpart number of Garnham tussling. Scott Rogan side ball. Aaron New looked over the top for Corey Swool. Play squandered on that occasion by the Tigers. Kerr. Here's Tang. Wanted the incisive option. Jahel was there for it. Scott Rogan wants his team to push up. Trademark Scott Rogan. The captain's still going. He's taking a stumble. And claimed there's a bit of a push. The official deemed otherwise. New inside ball. Takes a touch. Remains with Koziruso. Swool. It's almost like he's lining up for a shot. Stuart Kerr takes a momentary rest for Luke Ross, coined the boss, for his playing stint here in Victoria. What can Ross provide? There's Tang. Just conducting at the moment, trying to utilise Jahel. And whilst in scoring, spent all the West. Luke Ross. It was inviting for him, and he thought, why not? Aaron New wasn't too bothered. Nice touch from Christian Peluso. Russo nearly had it. Peluso was desperate and was deemed okay by the referee. Newen long ball over the top was a combination of really a shot and an intended pass. But Kirby wanted to use Amar Jahel. And Jahel's had the ball roll away from his foot. Side possession for the men's Open Tigers. Rogan stepping inside was Futsal Scott Rogan. And for those that aren't really accustomed to what the captain can provide, he's simply that quick. Trademark pace from a trademark player across Australia's futsal ranks. Rogan. Garnham, equal to the measure. Peluso, lovely poised idea. It was intended for Rogan. On Jimmy Sufis and company. I'm certainly appreciative of the intention from Peluso. Hard move to really execute. As Luke Ross. Combination play. Parthamos just stumbling off the ball. Wanted the foul, wouldn't get it. Cruz. Garnham for Luke Ross. Koziruso. As his foot go high. Possession goes out of play. Rogan. Parthamos pivoting. Utilises Aaron New instead. Chip ball for Russo. Luke Ross. Nice read. Garnham 2 against 2. Aaron New makes himself big enough to prevent anything damaging from occurring. Peluso and Russo. Well, Koziruso, also renowned for his acceleration. He's never able to get to that pass. Garner. Cruz to Luke Ross. Koziruso, lovely intervention. Across comes the boss. And while the Tigers were trying to play a timeout, and they couldn't, but now they want to, and they'll utilise it. They were trying to, following that previous side ball. Current state of affairs here on court 9. It's Western Australia, courtesy of Stuart Kerr, who lead by a goal. The Tigers chasing the contest. We'll cross back to on commentary following this timeout break. Jimmy Soufis and Gabriel Zabas just calling for a momentary pause. They have to just calm some things down. Meanwhile, Football Western Australia are enjoying this current lead. Slide from Luke Ross. It's part of his repertoire. And you'll see him do it time and time again. Andrade Basto, strong against Cosi Russo. Parthamos, lateral. Corey Swool. Shipping pass was could have been left out of play from Garnham. He opted to throw a boot at it instead. Parthamos took no chances at all. And while he cleared truly, that ball's on the other court. Nice shape of the pass, deep from Cruz. Scott Rogan wants his team to push up. He favours himself against the Buster. Every player settling in the Tigers' attacking half. Rogan not really around Buster. Ches Houston concedes possession. Kevin Lamb putting the afterburners on to keep it alive. And then a counter charge on full display from those from the west. Buster leading and going solo and going wide. Parthamos. Rogan measured for Parthamos. Nice intervention from Garnham. Buster. Houston is out wide. He'll receive. Incisive. Being picked off by Rogan. He wanted Swool, who's causing problems. Kirby causing calm with his claim, but his distribution not exactly fluent. Nearing the last 4.5 odd minutes of this opening half. It's been a very close affair. The advantage with the West, those in yellow. And they're currently playing at the means necessary. Swool. And now Garner. All on his own. Shot was there from Garnham. And Aaron Yu had to get low, but the danger's not averted yet. Buster wanted Houston. And Western Australia, when they are forward, look ever so damaging. been the better team so far. But that wasn't a very good effort from De Andrade Basto. The Tigers will try to set this up yet again. Rogan really wanting to go. It's late from Buster. Nepomuceno will come on. Over 45 international performances for the Curaçao national team. Heavily esteemed player amongst football in Victoria on the futsal court, but meanwhile it's Scott Rogan. He finds Nepomuceno, and well, as we're giving him quite the big ovation. Another case of commentators' curses, could argue, comes to fruition. Rocci lofted to try head it on to Andrade Basta. Nepomuceno has 3 shirts to beat. He wanted the foul, and the protests will be led by the Tigers bench. Nothing forthcoming, say all the officials. Now individually, the pivot and central defensive player, Rocci and Rogan, is a genuine size discrepancy. And Rocci tries to attain possession, sliding on the ground to keep it. What was the number 11 for Western Australia? Buster. Here's Kerr. Swall in the way. Rogan flicking. Kerr keeps it alive. But in the nick of time, you could see Stuart Kerr trying to get it onto his preferred left foot. But WA have called for a timeout. They have a corner upon the resumption of play. Can they double their advantage? We'll find out shortly. Andrade Bastos corner. Western Australia with a 1-goal lead. What can they manufacture here? Rogan did intervention, but he couldn't get away from Ches Houston, who can find the space. Tang's effort was goal bound, and a block had to be made, albeit it might have come off his own teammate's shirt. Swall. Rogan with some movement. Nepomuceno, a little bit pedestrian to get there. Ball on a string. Keeps it alive with Robotis. Goes over the top for Nepomuceno. Lovely pass to find him. They rekindle for Bottas once more. Swool couldn't get around Lachlan Ryan. Rogan, dying embers of this first half. Stepping inside Scott Rogan. He goes down. Lachlan Ryan with the impediment. And now Nepomuceno and Corey Swool and perhaps Lais Parthamos all circling around this free kick opportunity. Nepomuceno and Elias Parthamos delegating this free kick. As Nepomuceno, big save from Kirby. The follow-up hits Alessandro Di Andrade Basto. And Nicholas Kirby was fired up like you'd not believe. Averting the danger for now, but a deep side ball for the Tigers. Parthamos trying to fire the cannon. Swool draws a corner. Swool for Parthamos. Ross in the way. Falters to Rogan. He wanted Corey Swool. It's well interpreted by Lachlan Ryan. Good use of the body. His head will not find Buster. Swool, Rogan and Buster come together and help each other up. Rogan, Nepomuceno, twisting, turning, not around the boss. Last minute of this opening half. Swool holding up play, no one really there with him. Nepomuceno was wide, but wasn't really fluctuating with his movements. Rogan for Corey Swool. Crossbars hit again, but on the follow-up, Swool will ensure that it goes in. The Football WA players on call will protest. There was something in the build-up that was foul. But on the cusp of half-time, the Tigers find their equaliser, and it's one apiece. Well, there's definite claims from both sides. But Swool, as deemed by the officials, it's their decision that all deems important. And they saw it that it was nothing doing. And it was the second time the Tigers had hit the crossbar. And Corey Swool, upon the second chance that was there for him, never looked like missing. And we have an all-level game yet again, as Swool earned his own possession off of goal scorer Kerr. The Tigers really hunting at the moment, but the clock might beat them. Last 10 seconds. Played just over 20. Rogan. Luke Ross. Happy to concede the corner. Only 1 second shaved off the clock. And Michael Nguyen in the build-up, just conceding a foul when coming together with Tyler Garner. Last 5 seconds. As Football Western Australia have possession, they have to be perfect, you feel, but they're not going to try to conjure anything up. As we go into the halftime break, the same way we started this contest, albeit 2 goals have been scored, evenly spread at 1 goal apiece as we cross to halftime. The second half not too far away from kick-starting in this rather enthralling contest so far. Stuart Kerr opener, cancelled out by the Corey Swall equaliser. Thus, at the state of affairs of it being 1 goal apiece between the Open Men's Victoria Tigers side and Football Western Australia's team here today. Only on Community TV you'll find the Futsal Nationals, proud partner of the event. As Nicholas Kirby has been replaced as the goalkeeper for this second half. Aaron Yu remains in the sticks for the Tigers. In his place is Nantuat Rung Sung Wang. So goalkeeping personnel changes. Corey Swall will go into the book here. And there's no protests at all about it, really. Considering that Tyler Garner was making some leeway in behind Corey Swall, who wanted to exchange jerseys at the very start of this second half. Garner from the dead ball opportunity. Rochi lurking as the pivot. Luke Ross also there in numbers. Garner for Rochi. Never caught it sweetly. Rogan has to really earn his own strides here. Luke Ross sliding. Rogan, it was 3 against 1 as Garnham couldn't really escape. Rogan, Robotis. Combination between Scott Rogan and Robotis defensively. Trying to go over the top were the Tigers. And just can't seem to do so. Ross. Garner, back to Ross. Now WA's turn trying to play over the top and can't seem to do so as you. Rochi wants to test our touch. Swall's side ball. Rogan, Russo. He can find many bodies in his way. Rung Sawang with a long throw. Jahel for Ghana. Jahel trying to cause a bit of panic in the Tigers' defensive half. Rogan told Robotis to get it out of play. A very heavy press from WA. And Russo can't seem to rampage anywhere. Ghana, not past Robotis. Tang. Ghana. Tang. WA continuing their build. Lovely touch for Jahel on the angle. Never met genuine connection. He launches a cannon forward. Ghana, lovely touch. Numbers might favour WA here. As Rosso with a standing challenge. As the ball not throw any damage towards Aranu once more. Concedes the side ball. Ghana, chip ball poise. Off the turn was Garnham. And Nguyen had to clear. It's the Victoria side at the moment, who are simply under a bit of pressure. WA open the score and they're looking to find another goal. So on another occasion, put them in front. Nguyen and Rogan. Nguyen not too sure where to go. Rogan could not open things up. It's well interpreted by WA yet again. Lovely ball inside. And it was very promising for Charlie Garnham, who really just rushed with the opportunity. He sweat the technique and ultimately had it go out. What was a very prosperous opportunity. Ghana holds off Nguyen well, but the pass, which was lateral, ultimately wasn't controlled by Connor Cruz. And so far the games of Ghana and Garnham alike, could argue, for WA, have certainly helped their chances. We've got them very much in this contest. All 3 points on offer, and currently, although it being level, it's been all those from Western Australia. Aranu plunged into a save. Diving was the goalkeeper. Garnham with an effort. A lot more ferocity to it. Corner once more. Enjoyed Ghana's game so far. It was Garnham who once again just really had a stab at the opportunity. Last touch off Rogan. Side ball for Ghana. Cruz. Garnham back to Cruz. Garnham taking the game on, getting around Scott Rogan. And Jahel does nicely, rekindles with Ghana. WA trying to have some possession, and it was Koziruso trying to go quickly and catch them out of position. Garnham twisting, turning. Ghana out wide onto his right. The block was necessary from Nguyen. So he gets his head in the way, and we'll try to utilise Peluso. Nice control under some pressure. Rogan for Koziruso. Once again, just a little bit pedestrian on the first touch. Garnham. How many options for him? He utilises Ghana. Lovely move this from WA. Scott Rogan reads it well. Garnham and Rogan colliding. Jahel. Garner's been very active, but that pass not very accurate. And both sides at the moment really just, it's a task for them to have possession. It's a nice flow to this contest, although the ball has been entering and exiting field of play very frequently. Bustle, Jahel, Connor Cruz, Amar Jahel, Cruz, now Kerr, Bustle, lovely flick, stumps the move momentarily, Kerr, composed, nearly Connor Cruz opening the door, perhaps for Jahel, Peluso. Ball a bit heavy from Arturo Diaz. As Ches Houston makes his way onto court. Luke Ross. Buster. Wanted Kerr. Competing fiercely with the raging bull, Arturo Diaz. He was back up on his feet, but it was Houston with, well, an unnecessary push, which had put Diaz on the tarmac. Luke Ross let fly. And Aaron Yu had to palm away. Corner once more for WA, comes in, Kerr is there, but so is Luke Ross, who commands WA back into the lead. Luke the Ross, or Luke the Boss Ross rather, completely undeniable with the goal scoring chance that arose in front of him. It was Stuart Kerr in the box causing issues. It was Luke Ross causing all the clarity for WA, and they're back in front. It's the set pieces, which we've seen a majority of today's contests on all courts, that really allow the sides to have a decent crack at finding a goal, and that's exactly what WA have done. And then some with the boss, Luke Ross. As Houston couldn't open the door. Newen shifts it wide. Diaz. Bustle causing problems. Also for Newen. The Tigers are woken. Russo, that's going to be... well, initially looked as if it might have touched her hand. Peluso turning, not getting his feet right. And Ross happy to clear. Swool reinstated. Diaz. Swool, no look pass. Newen. Peluso. Diaz back to Newen. Diaz overcooking it completely. And Western Australia are looking rather comfortable at the minute. Although Kevin Lamb, they got in the way of Tang. Over the top, was poised for Lachlan Ryan. Aaron Hughes sees it out. Kevin Lamb. Michael Newen trying to transition. Diaz had to slide to try to keep it in. More judging by his body language, Arturo Diaz not overly thrilled with his performance so far. In his place comes on Scott Rogan. Ross will search aimlessly, really, for Lachlan Ryan. Newen. Corey Swall. Twisting, turning, going was Corey Swall. Clearing was Justin Tang. Swall arrived, following the corner. Although he's not on the playing surface at the moment, Nicholas Kirby, he's jostling up and down behind his manager in the technical area, just encouraging his players on. WA with the 1-goal lead. Corey Swall going on a journey, the futsal roo, and finding the equaliser spectacularly. Individual brilliance personified with Corey Swall, who simply took the game upon his own terms and fires Fitzroy back on level terms. The Open Men's Tigers on now 2 occasions fire in their equaliser. And it's Swall at the brace. He pretty much did it all on his own. For a player who isn't usually in advanced positions, always finds himself venturing further up the court and ultimately finding his name on the score sheet. Alessandro Di Andrade Basto had the side possession. He's got the ball at his feet again. Garner, drop of the shoulder from Ryan. Swall wants to utilise Kevin Lamb. It's a great ball. An even better run from Kevin Lamb. And ultimately, it's the Tigers' corner. Taken quickly. Combination with Rogan and Swall. Out of play. Sawang's roll, and he had to come claim it. It rolled back towards him. Long throw. Newen. The tall timber. Heads it away. Nepomuceno on court. To the back post. And there it is for WA yet again. Amar Jahel at the back post. And once more in this contest, it's been a whirlwind so far. 5 goals separated, 3-2 in favour of Western Australia, who for the 3rd time find themselves back in front. Rogan tried pulling out some of the stops. from the side ball. But once more in this one. They find the means necessary yet again. Those from Perth. That beautiful yellow and black strip. Lamb very deep, heavy press from WA. Nepomuceno back towards all the traffic. Rogan sidestepping Tang. Swool confronted by Jahel, the goal scorer. Bustle. Jahel. Tang was in a more advanced area. Bustle. Court's open here. And a chance was definitely brewing. But Amar Jahel opted to pull the trigger too quickly. But there was numbers firmly with those from Western Australia on that counter charge. Nepomuceno. Back to Scott Rogan. Combination play between Nepomuceno and Rogan. Western Australia have had all the answers in which the Tigers have tried to throw towards them in this one so far. Any question that the Tigers try to find, there's always an answer not too far away from those from the West. Rogan deflecting ball out of play. Russo for Nepomuceno takes a ball roll. And got his shot away. Nepomuceno stings the palms of the keeper. Rungsawang with the save. Meanwhile, Rogan can't get around. Is there a counter charge? Well, Bustle tried to. He takes a very awkward step, deflecting ball. Confident keeping. Rungsawang made himself tall and claimed the deflecting ball. Swool. Rogan. Bustle on his own. Garnham tried to get a flick from Connor Cruz. Rogan, chip ball. Swool turning, dispatching off his right. It looked as if there might have been a deflection. Tyler Garner will say, no, nothing doing. Garnham back up on his feet, gets the ball to Buster. Garner. WA's turn to have some momentum, you could argue. Swool cuts it off. Rogan head down, got to it with Scott Rogan. And the chance goes wide. Long ball forward, nicely controlled by Garnham. Cruz. Garner in some space. Out of play. Corey Swool. Can turn very quickly, but the effort was bobbling up, and once he made connection, went truly out of play. Long ball from the keeper's a good one too. Was poised. Well, Garnham. He goes long on that occasion also, looking for Robotis. Hugh for Robotis, gets in this time. Rogan. Corey Swool sits down his marker and shot at the near post. Rungsawang happy to claim. No real qualms about it. The ankle breaker, the talking point momentarily. Once Corey Sewell turned onto his right, Tyler Garner misplaced his footing completely. Evasive skill from the futsal route. Parthamos on court. The ball just over the touchline. It's kept alive somehow. And Ches Houston was there, and that really could have iced the competition almost, you feel. Fitzroy, well, the Tigers rather getting desperate. Swall, it was teasing for Russo. Robotis has the corner. Corey Sewell off the fly. Genuine technique when Corey Sewell's around. And Rung Sawang was a little bit bothered by it, but ultimately has possession within his grasp. One to Garner. Parthamos can't hold it up. Kerr has a glance. Does really well, Kerr. Garner dancing his way centrally. WA have this contest in their hands, you could argue. Kerr. Nice combination. Kerr on his preferred left. And they combine spectacularly well. And at the back post, all unmarked. Charlie Garnham to turn it in. They lead by 2 to the good now. WA 4 goals to 2. And once Stuart Kerr was open and free, the writing was pretty much on the wall. They worked the move perfectly. And it's the Tigers who have instated their 5th man of Scott Rogan to try get themselves back within a goal. 5 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time, of course, but the goals remain vacant. Aaron New will come back on. Jimmy Sufis really trying to try something here, but well, the Western Australian bench were up in absolute pandemonium, given that the call was initially an FV Open men's goal kick. Overturned correctly as Aaron New plunged into a save yet again from Tang. Garner. Tang. One more goal you'd assume would surely be icing on the cake for WA. The Tigers not really in touch and distance of an equaliser. You has to go long. We're also on defensive duties. Garner off the turn. Yu goes long. Sewell controls. Pedestrian. And Garnham's all on his own. Garner's cross. Tang off the fly! That would have been something I'm sure Community TV will be replaying time and time again. But found the back of the net. Hit with genuine intention.
4 minutes to go.
From Justin Tang, as from the timekeeper himself. 4 minutes left on the clock. And each play for WA is treated like a goal. Their players all up in arms on the bench. Animated, making noise, rallying their troops on court currently. Body language from those in white, nearly the complete opposite. Frustration settling in. What aces up the sleeves do both sides have late in this one? Garner deflecting. And it's really, this last 3 minutes been all WA. Aaron New searching. Corey Swall has been much of the answer today. And the Tigers are to look forward. Scott Rogan playing fifth man. Goals remain vacant. What can transpire here? Scott Rogan. Time very valuable. Tigers have to find something in the next minute or so, you'd assume, to try have any glimpse of getting this on level terms. They've activated fifth man. Robotis trying to use the extra player of Parthamos in the box. Rogan. Swall queuing up. In the middle. It's the confusion. It will be the Tigers' ball. Not sure what the confusion might be at the moment. But Corey Swall has blood all on his shirt. Meanwhile, Nepomuceno on court. Scott Rogan, the fifth man still. Parthamos, Nepomuceno. Rogan for Russo. Can they try squeeze a goal here? They're going to try as much as they can, you'd assume. WA really settling behind the ball. Parthamos can find space, couldn't turn. 2:37 left on the clock. I'll try once more. Russo. Robotis for Parthamos. There's a vacant goal in which, well, that's the beauty of being in the timekeeper's box. You hear everything intimately. Jimmy Soufis issues the timeout. The Tigers have to go all in, you'd assume, to try force some late drama. Football WA not too far away. They lead by 2 goals. What will transpire in the last 2.5 minutes of this contest? We'll find out shortly on Community TV. The Futsal Nationals here in, well, the second men's instalment of today, coming to a short timeout break. Two and a half minutes left. Scott Rogan will throw it long. I wonder his goalkeeping repertoire is like. He'll try yet again. Robotis the target. trying to force issue now, the Tigers. Aaron New runs on court to claim it. Swool. Scott Rogan back on. You feel they have to score within this play to give themselves half a chance. Swool turning, nice save. Rung Sawang palms away. Danger not averted yet. Russo for Rogan. Corey Swool chasing a hat-trick. Gets it back from Rogan. Corey Swool throws a boot at it. Tang trying to turn. Going long was Garner, but Rogan is there. Russo. Rogan. Corey Swool. Parthamos. Robotis here queuing up. It's the post yet again. The third obstruction. The third occasion. The post in the Tigers' way. Session ball long. Garner was the target. I don't believe Garner has had a spell on the bench this entire half. A testament to who in my side of the contest has been player of the match. As Garnham, Swool has to work defensively. Russo, is there a counter charge? Rogan back on court. Last 50 seconds of the contest. They have to be perfect from here, you feel. They have to score here to be even half a chance. Robotis. Rung Sawang in the way. Pass is way too heavy. And dare I say, they might be home and host from here. Justin Tang's side ball. Garner. Back to Tang. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's evading each second. Swool had to block himself and turns into danger. Alessandre Bastel trying to cause some form of block. Body's hitting the floor. 10 seconds left. But the margin too great, even if they do score here, the Tigers. And watch the WA bench erupt as the full-time whistle sounds. They get the job done at the expense of the Open Men's Tigers, with the full-time score culminating. Football Western Australia 4, the Open Men's Tigers 2. And that wraps up all two proceedings in which I, Adam Palombi, have commentated on today's occasion.